I'm really looking forward to looking like a total idiot because I forget how this case goes. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just like that sometimes. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, let's hear it. Chad, am I cooked? I did not imagine how much staying power that would have. Alright. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is... you're not a defense attorney. So shut the fuck up and let me do my job, huh? Don't you go around telling me what I'm supposed to do. Only Miles Edgeworth can do that. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. This is dire. That's why I had to go and find myself a replacement weird girl who proximally reminds me of a Fae. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself, which I should have been doing to begin with. Anyway, can't stress enough. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess he's oblivious. Does that really surprise you? Glad to see you here, too. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. No, what? I said I was alone. You're ruining this for me. February 23rd, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. It's her life legacy. It's her one true calling. Edgeworth. Thinking again about that time that he almost got convicted of murder. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I believe I've informed you before how unnecessary I find them. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Did I fucking stutter? That was my opening statement. Why can't I wax philosophical every now and then? Fine. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. In my car! Wow. He's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? I like how they go out of their way to call her that as often as possible. Haven't I seen you somewhere? That's right, in my bedroom. You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Ho ho, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. It's not even lunchtime yet, Jesus. Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. I brought my own lunch. Because I'm poor. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Hey! Actually, Miles Edgeworth moment. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts! I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Starting off strong and unhinged. Name. Profession. Now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Because you're making it sound like it means something that I don't think is appropriate for this courtroom. Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? Oh! I know who you are! Cough up? Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block, which is for bad, because everyone who's not a prosecutor is less good than the prosecutors over there. That's for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. The parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Parking lot floor plans added to the court record. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It's kind of my job to argue. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? I don't like the sound of that. I don't want to be crushed. Witness's account. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, one of them, when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. I like how absolutely everyone has to absolutely razz Edgeworth's car every time it's brought up. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I kind of like that. The vibes are kind of there. Yeah. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. We're really into sensitive phrasing of crime scenes today. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Can you stop talking that cavalierly about stabbing a knife into his body, please? Dude, uncool. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. The sarcastic bow. Oh, that is such bitch behavior. I love it. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. The court accepts that her testimony is flawless. You may continue, Miss Starr. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the other one, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Why, this is reminding me of Miss Cinder Block. Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. I have a wife. Note to self, the judge had to think before applying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with a security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? So shouldn't he have gotten a psychic brainwave that he was about to get murdered and then avoided it? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Dude, I forgot just how fucking out of pocket her dialogue is. Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with the odor of old cheese. Holy shit! You can't just tell the judge he smells? What are you saying? What is happening in this courtroom? Holy shit. This case is even more, like, off the wall than ever before, I feel like, in terms of just what the fuck they're saying. Well, they are talking about cheese. It's Angel's fault. She brought up this verbiage to begin with. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. By garish car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was a defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. Now I also want to fry the defense. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed a crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you? A prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. The moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Starr. Crime photo added to the court record. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? And tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg! I mean, a person! Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? We need to get away from these lunchbox metaphors. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Star's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that! And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing that gets me. It's like, okay, I remember like the basic overall idea, but then it's like you have the idea in your head and you're like, what piece of evidence, how are you thinking about this? Sometimes I just want to yell at the screen. Just let me say things. Let me isekai myself into the court so I could just say all this shit, and then we'll get this done really fast. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Oh, buddy, okay. That's what we're doing? That's what this is? I don't know. Maybe because she said that she didn't actually get the exact... Oh, okay, fine. You can't possibly drop a knife. That's the message of the story. Well, I guess Lana isn't worried because she wants to be found guilty anyway. God damn it. Oh, he finally learns how to actually be a defense attorney just in time to lose his badge. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet, it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Phoenix? You can't be this stupid. Since the defense appears to be lacking eyeballs, it falls to me to point out the blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? Yes, it is! Yes, sir! But it's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Yeah, it's kind of what I do. I kind of, I'm kind of starting to lead into it. Maybe enjoy it a little bit. Anyway, you got a better idea? Well, yeah, I've got a better idea. If you ever run into a problem, always object. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Yeah, that's still a weak fucking objection, my man. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. This is so fucking honk honk clown shoes so far. Holy shit. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I mean, I think it's good advice because I like jumbo-sized lunches. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? When you have a prosecutor job at 3 o'clock and a medical surgeon job at 3:30? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder. A serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. I agree. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ugh. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this is all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I gotta think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it? You said that before. This is the third time you're saying it. Oops. Least favorite thing to happen.